Boxing Truth here, back with another video. Make sure to smash that like button, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Alright, let's talk about Devin Haney and what's most likely going to be his next move after his most significant fight is about to be finalized for May 15th. Looks like it's going to be Jorge Linares. WBC has not ordered Fortuna to fight as a mandatory, which is why that fight's not happening. If the WBC doesn't order it, Devin Haney don't gotta fight him. They only ordered Ryan Garcia, but Garcia is not interested in fighting Devin Haney. Now, Devin is most likely going to re-sign with Eddie Hearn, which is going to be disappointing news to Bob Arum's ears because he's looking to match Haney against Lomachenko later this year. That's this, of course, if Haney is a free agent and if he's available to offer his services to another platform. Understandable, it's business. If Arum can make that fight having, both fighters under his promotional umbrella, under his network, why wouldn't he want to do that? Now, will that fight still be possible if Haney re-signs with Eddie Hearn? It's going to be a lot more problematic. It's going to be a little more difficult. And considering the relationship is deteriorating between Bob and Eddie Hearn because Bob placed a bid on Teofimo Lopez's fight with Kambosos, that also could be problematic in coming to terms to a deal. I understand why Bob is pissed at Eddie. I mean, there was no reason for Eddie to bid on that fight. There was no further commitment outside of one fight. But at the same time, I understand Eddie's perspective. His ego got in the way. He didn't like being told what to do by Bob, so he decided to place a bid out of spite. And now, there's some rumblings going on. It is what it is. Hopefully they could, bypass all this bullshit. It's business. They're promoters. Let's try to make some fights in the meantime, right? Still waiting on a Joshua Fury announcement. Now, most likely Devin's going to re-sign with Eddie Hearn. Why? I mean, just why wouldn't he want to re-sign with him? I mean, he wouldn't get this type of money fighting the scrubs he's fighting if he was signed to Top Rank. No way would he have gotten $3 million to fight a wash Yuriorkis Gamboa, or $2 million that he got to fight Gamboa. No way he would have gotten that if he was signed with Top Rank. No way would he be making 7 figures fighting the scrubs he's been fighting. But with Eddie Hearn at your side, the zone bags involved, this is the type of fees you're going to get with this type of opposition. Now imagine the more difficult the opponent, the bigger the name. Imagine the type of money Haney makes with those DAZN Eddie Hearn bags at his disposal. So Devin Haney is earning with Hearn. No knock on him. Make your money. You figured out the market for yourself. You took advantage of the DAZN bags, and as a result, you're getting 7 figures fighting scrubs. But now you got a legitimate fight on your hands against Jorge Linares. I like the fight, man. I really love the fight. I think stylistically is a perfect fight for Linares to perhaps pull off an upset here. He's not going to be fighting a puncher, which has been his kryptonite throughout his career. Don't match him with big punchers. Against boxers, he's done well against throughout his whole career. And according to Linares, he gave it to Haney in one of their sparring sessions when he was lightweight champion. Says he killed both Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney in sparring matches. Well, sparring is sparring. Doesn't count. No bright lights, so it doesn't matter. Haney is the younger fighter, the fresher fighter, the more confident fighter, while Linares is the more experienced fighter. He's the guy that has won world titles, different divisions. He brings a lot of experience to the table, a lot of credentials, and a statement-making win for Haney against Linares is the type of win on his resume that he needs. They need a big fight. They need to justify these 7-figure purses against the wash opponents he's been fighting. And now he has to earn his money. as he's set to earn $3 million for a possible May fight against Jorge Linares, and what's going to be a very significant fight in the lightweight division. Do not count Jorge Linares out. I believe he is a live dog in this fight. It's going to be a boxing match, which is what he strives in. Very interesting fight. Linares is confident, constantly putting pressure on the fight to be signed, sealed, and delivered. He has experience sparring Haney in the past. He says he made easy work of Haney in sparring, which is believable. I mean, there are rumors that Linares gave it to Pacquiao in his prime, but it is only sparring, doesn't count. The fight needs to, only counts under the bright lights. It's still a very great fight for Haney. Hopefully, it gets signed, sealed, and delivered. But a Lomachenko fight, look, Haney's gonna resign with Hearn. I could see it, man. You earning with Hearn. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why wouldn't he want to continue to make this type of paydays? Considering he doesn't have to fight the toughest opposition out there to get these type of paydays. Imagine if he only had to fight the top guys. Imagine the money Haney would be getting if he was fighting these top guys. Imagine the money involved for a Ryan Garcia fight. I gotta agree with Eddie Hearn here, man. The money is there for a Garcia Haney fight. It's there. Now, could it be more money down the road? Yes. Especially if both guys continue to keep winning. But Eddie's right. If Ryan and his team were confident they can beat Haney, they will just take the fight. Considering that he's the number one, well, he's the mandatory contender for his WBC title, and DAZN wants the fight, and there is a lot of money involved in this fight. I mean, imagine the money to be made right now for a Haney Garcia fight. Devin's getting 3 to fight Linares. Imagine what he would get to fight Ryan. It might be double, triple that. But of course, the fight can be even bigger a year, 2 years from now if both guys continue to keep winning. They're on the same side, the zone, the money is there. If I'm Ryan, I understand it's a risk, but it's a winnable fight for him. And it's a guy he's beaten before in the amateurs, and vice versa. Haney also has victories over Ryan in the amateurs as well. So I understand why they're not gunning for that fight, but there is a lot of money to be made in that fight. It's not the biggest fight out there for Ryan, but it's definitely one of the biggest fights out there for him at this current time. So Hearn definitely putting pressure on Ryan to take that fight sometime later this year. Linares will do for now. It's a great opponent for Devin Haney. He should be the favorite based on, he's a younger, fresher guy. He has more momentum on his side. But Linares is a tricky fight for Devin. And I expect some resistance. I expect a great test. And I expect some answers on where Devin Haney's at in his career. But rest assured, he will be re-signing with Eddie Hearn. You got to earn with Hearn, baby. The zone bags. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.